Hello, this is Stan Lubeck. Welcome to Coaching Pit Stop. So glad that you've joined us today. You know, we live in a world today where there's a lot of hating going on, especially on social media, especially with the recent election. I mean, there are families who have conflict. Just seems like it's time for us to regroup and rethink what we're doing and why we're doing it. So today I want to talk about what it means to have a little bit more compassion for one another and to see each other from a little bit different perspective. And it just reminded me of a story that I have from when I was about 10 years old. Now, this isn't a lecture, it's not a sermon, just a story. So I hope you'll listen with me to the end. When I was 10 years old, I had this cat by the name of Scamper. And one day, Scamper decided to scamper. As a calico cat. Man, it was over a week that we did not see Scamper. And one day, Scamper showed up at my elementary school. I recognized her, took her into the principal's office in the waiting room there, and had the office call my mom, having my mom come to the school and pick up Scamper. So while I was there in the office by myself in that waiting room, I was trying to comfort Scamper. Well, Scamper had been in the wild for a week. And Scamper, I'm sure, was upset with me for not being around to feed her like I normally would do or to comfort her. And so every time I would pick Scamper up, she would hiss at me and she would bite me and she would scratch me and she would go spastic. And I tried to do that probably 5 times. I'd pick her up and try to comfort her, and boy, she would just go nuts. And I'm getting upset because this cat that I loved, I cared for, wasn't responding the way I had hoped this cat would respond. I thought maybe she'd see me as the one who had saved the day for her. Well, eventually my mom came and picked up that cat, but it just reminded me of the fact that oftentimes when I am seeking to help somebody or care for them, counsel them, sometimes they hiss at me, sometimes they bite me, sometimes they act out in anger at me. And I just have to be reminded the fact that hurting people hurt people. And, Scamper was hurting, and so she was acting out. In the same way, people oftentimes, they're hurting so bad that they don't know who their friend is, and they'll act out. And I need to show some unconditional love and say, God, help me to love these people and to realize that they're just hurting. It's not about me, it's about them. And so how can I be a tool that you can use to make a difference in their lives, to love them, to help them, to overcome these difficulties that they're facing, and not take it personal when they act out against me. So there's the thought for today. God's best to you. Bye for now.